Yes, this is what it is. So, lyrics. Here we go. Tone it down.
Burning it up. Let's get ready to roll. Hey, what's good? What's good? Hey, I'm coming back to y'all. Got a different little setup here today. I'm coming to y'all from a different location, but y'all see we still know you caught them. Still got the jerseys up, so we still representing. Thought I'd hit you with a little Snoop and Dr. Dre, a little West Coast action. Shout out to the Dodgers, another World Series. I wish I did baseball because the Yankees nutted up. They was playing like a fifth grade. I am a T-ball team in the fifth inning, but that's neither here nor there. Just make sure we get a little set up here. All right, everything's good. We back. Checking it out. Make sure we set up. So, hey, welcome back, y'all. We good. Y'all probably saw the green beer. Every once in a while, I'll mix it up. I got today Michelob Ultra Fusion. Nice little beer, smooth, low in calories. Maybe a 4.5%. Just something nice on a nice, cool, warm day. Yeah, so there we go. So, hey, we down week 1 in the association. So it was good. It was a good week. A little excitement. Got some surprises around the league. Cleveland 5-0. That's interesting. Cleveland 5-0. Well, let's see what we have. We had Paolo go for 50. We had Cat go for 44. Ant had 24 in the first quarter. Finished the game with 37. Maxey dropped a 45 piece. Jokic got 2 40-piece McNuggets. Somebody else had a nice big game. Anthony Davis averaging like 30, 32, and 12 right now. Whatever JJ has, the motion he's working with is sort of it's working. It's working for them right now. So shout out to the Lakers. What else do we have? Trying to get my angles right here. I'm doing a little something different. I don't really like these angles, but we're gonna roll with it for the day. I'm gonna probably go back to the old format. I don't like the way we're looking here, but we'll keep it moving. So yeah, the league has been coming out. We got a couple injuries now. We lost some guys. We lost Jonte Murray for the season. Off fresh trade to New Orleans. He's done. There's another injury. I have it here when we get to it. Oh, Scoot is out for a little while. I believe it was Scoot. Scoot's going to miss a few weeks. But the league, I got Joker leading us in scoring. My man Zubac, I've been talking about Zubac for years. He's leading the league in rebounding. My mistake last week, I was talking about Scottie Pippen Jr. Scottie is averaging 7.5 assists a game right now. Number 6 in the league. So shout out to Scottie Pippen Jr. You and your pops. Y'all got the same skill set. Trae Young, leading the league in assists, 11 a game. Who else is exciting around here? Melo is back. Both the Ball brothers are back, first of all, and I'm excited. I'm a big Zoe fan. So Zoe is back. Limited minutes. He actually, let me say, he was back. He hurt his wrist, so he out for like 2 more weeks. But he's back, playing like 14 minutes, shooting the ball well, over 50% clip, 40% from the 3, limited minutes. They'll probably have to trade Zoe if he even have any value, or he'll just just be a bench player for right now because the guards, Kobe White's playing well. Josh is playing. Giddy's playing well. Then you got AO coming off the bench with him too. So they, like I said before, man, they're so hard guard heavy with the Bulls. Then you got Zach. So, but he's back. Melo dropped 38 the other night, man. He looked like the Melo when he dropped that 90 piece when he was in high school. He's just shooting from anywhere on the court, letting it fly. So good to see Melo back. I'm happy. I actually like the Hornets. We'll talk about them a little later. Told you we are gonna talk about that bottom. I'm not gonna say the bottom. I'm gonna say the second tier of teams that will be fighting to get into the playoffs. We'll put it that way. We'll put a positive spin on it. Some good games. The Nuggets had 2 overtime games. Won one, lost one. They lost the other night. Close game. No, the Celtics lost a close one in overtime to Indiana with Siakam on a buzzer beater. Joker put up a 40-point triple-double in an overtime win. OKC's 4-0. Cleveland, surprisingly, I took 5-0. Talked about Cleveland, those Twin Towers, the guard play, Donovan leading them. May lead them. Let's see how far he goes. The last team to start 5-0, and in the East, I believe they made the playoffs or went to the finals or somewhere around there, stat like that. And they're leading the league in like every offensive category, shooting percentages, rebounding. The Twin Towers, we talked about the Twin Towers. They have all the pieces. Let's see if they can put it together. Golden State 4-1 without Steph. Well, Steph played, then he got hurt, tweaked his ankle a little bit, but you got Buddy Hield on the bench, man. Buddy Hield went off for like 16, 17 and a quarter. Buddy Hield is nuts. He can shoot. So, Draymond figuring him out. It's the same thing. Slide him into that spot. Let him shoot. Buddy can do what Buddy can do. And the Warriors got, they got some players, man. I'm really looking at the stats this past week. The game is changing, man. We're moving away from the guys that we knew from the early 2000s, mid 2010 era. There's so many guys in the league that I have to go back and look, see where they went to school, where they're from. They're just not. I don't know who these guys are. It's unbelievable. I'm not sure who they are. So, around the league. So, we talked about that. Another good game. We had the big 7'5" guys. Wemby versus Chet Holmgren. Round 1 to Chet. Chet has a better supporting cast, too. But Chet went for 19-5-2. Wemby went for 6-8-2. So round 1 to Chet. So, week 1, kind of interesting. I think we're going to see some changes. Boston looked good. Boston is still probably the leader. The Milwaukee Bucks. This Dame thing is not going to work, man. They may lose Giannis next year. This is not going to work. Just all of what they lost defensively to get Dame, the points are not just making up for the points that they're giving up defensively. You got to remember they had a Pat Bev. They had Drew. And they haven't recovered. And I don't think they will, even when Middleton gets back. This is a 3, 4, 5 team, maybe at best. And that's only because of Giannis and maybe some of the Dame firepower. They just don't have it. It's not going to I think that championship window, they got one, I think it's closed now. I don't think they'll get back there now. Not with the roster that they have. It doesn't look good. So that's where we are with the Sixers. I mean, with the Bucks. The Sixers are on my mind because Embiid is yet to play, but Maxey is putting the team on his shoulders and carrying them for right now. But hopefully, I think Embiid is back tomorrow or this weekend, and we'll see what they look like as a full unit. So, great week. Now we said we're going to talk about those remaining teams in the conferences. So I'm going to start over East. And there's some bad teams. And when you look at the teams that don't make the playoffs, I ain't going to lie to you. I was struggling looking at these names and these rosters, some of these coaches. I know Bickerstaff is out there. It's a dude. The Brooklyn coach is Jordi Fernandez. I got nothing. I didn't even bother looking him up to see where he came from. All right, but Jordi Fernandez, he got a great name. Sound like a 325 hitter, about 22 doubles, Golden Glove, but he the coach of the Brooklyn Nets. Washington, my man Jordan Poole. He's off to a great start. Kuzma, you got one of the French rookies, Carr. You got this kid Bilal. You got Valanciunas. Man, Washington is in the gutter. This team is just terrible. I don't have nothing to say to him about Kuzma. Kuzma said he's going to change his wardrobe. He's no longer into fashion, so he won't be doing those runway things or whatever that is he does. Jordan Poole has not been the same player since he left Golden State. Maybe he was a a benefactor of the greatness of that team. But I don't know if his mindset has changed, but he has not been the same player at all, not even close. I mean, it was at a point people didn't think he would be around the league, so hopefully he has a better year this year. The next team, Charlotte. I really like Charlotte. Healthy. Brandon Miller, Bridges, his new rap album. Melo is back. They have some good young talent. Now can they bring it all together? I want to see Brandon Miller. He's going to miss a couple of games. He's another one out. He'll miss a couple of games. But then they also have a decent bench. Seth Curry. Grant Williams is there, so hopefully Grant can get himself together. So they have a decent bench. I could see Charlotte maybe, if they stay healthy, fighting for a 10 spot. Not sure who they're going to knock out. But if teams don't play well, they're sort of in the same boat with Indiana to me. I could see Charlotte and Indiana. I mean, I'll go to Indiana next. Indiana getting that, fighting for that play-in spot. Indiana, did y'all see Toppin grab the ball from the top of the rim, from the top of the backboard? I knew he could jump, but that was ridiculous. He went and got it from the top of the backboard. Like, no cheerleading stands, no poles, no ladders. The man just went and jumped up and got it. Halliburton, James Wiseman, another one. He's out. They went and picked him up. You still got Miles Lego Bridges. Halliburton's off to a slow start, but I think he'll be fine. He's an all-star. He's an Olympian. He's a player. If you don't know, you better watch. Go look at the Summer League. Not the Summer League. Look at Halliburton during the Olympics. And he's a little different moving around out there. So you got to watch this guy. They'll fight for another playoff spot. Yeah, like I told you, man, these last few teams, it's tough. Brooklyn, I couldn't even name half the players on this roster. They do have Zaire Williams, Sierra Canyon with Bronny. He was his old teammate. I think he was like 2 years older. He's been fighting G League on the way up. He made it. I think the Cam boys are going to make it. Cam Thomas and Cam Johnson, they're going to lead this team. Ben Simmons, they say he's healthy, man. What are we going to get out of Ben Simmons? I think that train is sailed. That train is passing by. It's maybe he's healthy. Like right now, he averages 6'6". He may be one of those what if guys. He'll be on the court. He can do some things. We may always see moments and flashes of greatness, but we are not gonna see what we thought we were gonna get out of Ben Simmons. We could put him in that what if through the injury category. Or we might just say he was a bust. Another exciting young team for me is Toronto. Scotty Barnes. R.J. Barrett been in the league almost 8 years, man. It's kind of hard to believe how long he's been around. Grady Dick, pause. Isaiah Quickly. And Jacob Polto. He used to play at San Antonio. He's a solid double-double machine. Toronto is strong, but I'm not quite sure. It's the East. Like, where are these guys going? They're gonna win a few games, but I don't think they have enough. Like, what the latter part of the East is lacking star power. You have a lot of good guys that are average at best on these teams. You got 3 to 4 average guys, but none of these guys really. I think out of the teams we just went through, I just skipped over Atlanta. They may not even have an all-star, and that's kind of part of the problem. None of these teams have an all-star. LaMelo might make it. Atlanta has Murray. Bogdanovic's already out, and he had a great summer. They traded Dejounte Murray. Indiana has Halliburton. Brooklyn, nobody. Toronto, nobody. For my man, Mikey, Detroit picked up. This could be a turnaround year for the Pistons. They went and got Tim Hardaway Jr., Tobias Harris, one more. They added another veteran to go along with Jaden Ivey, Jaden Durham, Cade Cunningham. I probably like them more than I like a lot of teams in the latter part of the East. So put them up there with Charlotte, Indiana, Detroit. I think Detroit has enough now to kind of move the needle, win some games. They're not going to the playoffs, They're going to spoil some teams. They're going to win some games. But it's a lot better thing than they were, and I wish they would have kept Monty Williams for a little bit longer and gave him a chance. I think they pulled the plug on him too soon. For what they had and what they were trying to do in the youth. I mean, your average age is like 22, 23 years old. That's a young team. So give them time. Like, you can't just chuck the guy like that. But Monty got paid. He 3 or 4 checks, so he's okay. When we move out west and wrapping up the East, maybe Indiana fights for a playoff spot. Charlotte, if Melo and Bridges take them there. No surprises coming out the East. None. We went over the top 8 or 9 teams. There's no surprises. When you look out west, I thought I'd never say this, man, but I feel bad for James Harden. I feel bad because, man, had it been him and Kawhi, it might have been nice. They could have survived with Norman Powell. You got Derrick Jones Jr. Chris Dunn still playing. Chris Dunn still in the league. He came back, had a couple of good years in Utah. Now he's with the Clippers. Kevin Porter Jr. is back in the league, man. And I hope he takes advantage of this opportunity he had, man, because a lot of people, you don't get those second chances in the NBA. But James Harden, they just don't. Norman Powell leading them in scoring. They're not doing anything. This is it. They got a great stadium. Thank God for concerts. They can get somebody to fill up the stadium. They got one of the best owners in the game. But unfortunately, what they tried to do just didn't work. You couldn't get these guys healthy enough to stay on the court and make some damage. Maybe Kawhi comes back in January, and they can be the dynamic duo and get in and win some games. Knock on the door to playoffs. But I doubt it. Not likely. One of the more exciting teams out of the West Coast is Houston. Ime Udoka's got he another one. He got a second chance. He made some mistakes. We all do. But he has the young kids down in Houston playing. Jalen Green, he's maturing very fast. A daddy with it, his older lady, but he's mature. Jabari, I like Jabari. He needs to turn a corner though this year. This is his 3rd year in the league. He needs to really move up into that 18, 19, 20-point scorer game. Another one of the twins, Amin Thomas. Amir is in Detroit. Amin is in Houston. He probably won't start on that team because they got a lot of bigs, but he should be the first guy off the bench. He's averaging about 6-point games right now, but he needs to get up to double digits and really be an impact player coming off the bench for Houston. You still got Van Fleet. He's Rockets' finest. He's consistent. You got Singen, the big guy. He got paid this summer. He very good. I started watching a little bit of him last year. Very good. Very good. I actually caught him in a few parlays. He's good. We talked about the Clips. New Orleans. We talked about Willie Green, Coach Willie Green. I like Willie Green. He has some issues down there. You got B.I. and Zion. Would have been nice if Murray's been able to play. That could have been a playoff contending team. Now you lost Dejounte Murray, so that's huge. You still got Zion. You got B.I. Zion played 70 games last year. Hopefully he continues. He's been working on his body. He can get another 70 games this year. I would love to see him be an all-star now and be that explosive, dominant player that he was his sophomore year. Rookie year, he was out hurt. But outside of the B.I., you got the kid that run around stealing balls. Balls, whoa. The guard. But they don't have a lot. Oh, wow, I just drew a blank on played in Portland, played with Dame. 2 guard, and I really just drew a blank on his name. But they don't have a lot of talent either. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you look at both conferences, when you get to that second layer of teams, it's a struggle. It's a big struggle. Portland. Dame left, and that was kind of it for Portland. Portland is struggling. Lack of talent. You got Jerome Grant, Anthony Simon. When those are your 2 best players, you got a problem. DeAndre Ayton, he's happy. No noise out of him. Average center, nothing great. Probably knew he wasn't going to be great when he was in Phoenix. Just a very bad team. I want to see Scoot. They did draft Klingon from UConn. I like him, but he's on backup. You can't play them both, so he's going to end up backing up Aiton. Where's his minutes going to be? Maybe they go big, put him at the 4, but he's not a stretch 4. He can't really shoot, right? So that probably won't work. So his minutes will be limited his rookie year. Maybe they'll move on from Aiton next year. It's like I said, Scoot is out right now, but I wanted Scoot to be rookie of the year. I really like Scoot. Scoot didn't. It didn't pan out. Scoot didn't give me a lot. So, yeah, man, this is a hard one to talk about some of these teams. But I said I was going to talk about them for you, but they're tough to talk about. Nothing exciting. San Antonio, Chris Paul. Chris knocking on the door of 40. This is good for him, and he should probably retire in San Antonio, and I could see him joining the bench, the coaching staff, under Pop when he retires. This is a great place for him. I think Chris is going to do a lot for the young guys there. If Wemby, he can do a lot for Wemby. They also got Harrison Barnes over there, man. I liked Harrison Barnes. I'm a big Harrison Barnes fan, man. He's one of those guys, just consistent. You know what you're going to get. He's going to give you 75 games a year. He's going to give you 16. He's like a 16, 5, 7 guy. Consistent. And he plays defense. So that good for, he's a Pop kind of player, right? You think about it, you think about the wings that Pop's had. He's a Pop kind of guy. Not as good as Mono, but plays that role for San Antonio. Wemby is off to a slow start right now. I think he's lofting around the perimeter too much. From what the couple of games I've seen, he needs to put it on the ground a little more, get that penetration, dribble. Whoa, here we go again. Dribble a little bit more, get to the lane, get to the free throw line. If you're out on the wing, I saw a couple of times he gave a pump fake, because you got to respect his 3. Pump fake, drive to the rim. Another good guy they have is this Sochan. He's nice with the pink hair. He's tough. He can hoop. I like him. And the last team we got is Utah. And again, good players, but not great players. Good players. You got Lauri Markkanen, you got Colin Sexton, you got Jordan Clarkson. I forgot they even got John Collins from Atlanta. So you have a very solid team, but you don't have that guy to get you over the top. And that's what we're seeing now. If you look at the landscape for these remaining type of teams, there's starting to be a gap between the have and have not. So you have these superstar players. Those are the teams that's making. And when you put 2 or 3 superstars on one team, what does that leave you with? The rest of the league, rest of the teams are watered down. They don't have superstars. So you just got these average Joes making it, just trying. Teams are just average. So that's where we are right now. So that's the rest of the league. Like I said, I don't think there's any surprises coming out of those remaining teams. I don't think we'll see. Like I said, if I had to say anybody, I'm going to go with Houston to be a surprise. I'm going to go with Charlotte to be a surprise, and Indiana to be a surprise. I don't think there are any other teams that have a remote possibility, and I'm going to look again, of breaking into the playoffs. As far as players go, one I missed with the Mavericks, man. Clay came out his first game. I think he dropped like 25. He set a record for most threes made in a game by a first-year Maverick. Then, of course, he came back like 2 nights later and shot 2 for 8, 2 for 9, and people started talking crazy again. But Clay is in a great spot. Dallas is they got 2 of the best. They got 2 of the best, and you got 3 top 75. I know Kyrie wasn't in it, but I wasn't Luka either, but all these guys are great. So that's what we got for today. We'll come back. Let's get through. We got a good doubleheader coming up tonight. We'll have some good. Hopefully you guys can get to see this before the games kick off. And let's enjoy this season. See where we are. It's, good start. Boston looking like a championship team. Let's see what Embiid looks like when he gets in Philly, when Philly plays again with him. And can Cleveland sustain this pace? They got the Twin Towers again, great guard play. Can they sustain it? How will the Lakers be? You know, can Anthony Davis keep them going like this? Is he going to stay? He played a lot of games last year. Is he going to go 30-12? Does JJ have some? Is he a better coach than I thought he would be? Just things to think about. Can the Warriors, stay on top of the world for a while? Buddy Hield, will he fill that gap? Will the young guys fill the gap of Clay being gone? Can Draymond stay on the court? He already has one technical. We got a lot of things to look at and watch as we get around. We're only in week 1, but we have a lot of things to watch and consider as this season goes. So, hey, as always, thank you. Look forward to the next episode. Enjoy it. Enjoy these games over the weekend. And let's connect in a week. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.